It's just what we do. Winners win.
In March, Jake Runyon and Chase Cominsky pleaded guilty to 1 count each of cheating and unlawful ownership of wild animals.
Remember the cheating fisherman?
Holy!
In video taken by Michael Miller, the pair were caught red-handed.
They have been sentenced to 10 days in prison and 1.5 years of probation.
Anglers Jacob Runyon and Chase Cominsky leading yet another fishing tournament.
Your new leaders locking it in, team of the year, definitely team of the year champions.
They even headed up to take their pictures at the Lake Erie Walleye Fishing Competition, ready to claim almost 30 grand in prize money. But watch closely when just moments later, the event's organizer, Jason Fisher, decides to check the belly of one of those fish.
It all went down at the Lake Erie Walleye Trail Competition. Tournament organizer, Jason Fisher.
And I pulled the second fish out and I laid it on the ground and I squeezed the fish and I immediately felt things in the belly of this fish, hard objects. So I felt these objects and I stopped right there and I told somebody, my weigh guy, I said, hey, go get me a knife. And he got me a knife and I handed him my phone and I said, videotape this, because if there was something in those fish, I wanted to show that I was going to remove something from those fish. And as I cut that fish open, I immediately found one of the lead weights.
Incredibly, with evidence mounted against them, the two men would initially enter a not guilty plea. Again, at least initially. And of course, that would change. The state made their case against them.
Prosecutors told the judge that investigators found a hidden compartment on the boat that smelled fishy.
That compartment was presented by prosecutors, showing the elaborate scheme Cominsky and Runyon went through to cheat to win. The judge would hear from defendants Runyon and Cominsky. However, they would be placed in cuffs to serve a 10-day jail sentence. The BBC would report they'll spend 1.5 years on probation after they complete their jail terms, and each must also pay a fine of about $2,500. Prosecutor Michael O'Malley went a step further, though. These two should be banned from every fishing tournament for life, he said. They are thieves, and now they are convicted felons. They also surrendered their boat, which is, according to many reports, well over 6 figures. The sentencing came months after the pair were accused of stuffing fish with lead weights and fish fillets in an attempt to win the Lake Erie Walleye Trail Tournament in September 2022. Teams compete in it to see who can catch the 5 heaviest walleye in Lake Erie. The winner got a prize of almost $30,000. Many folks in this industry thought these two were up to something a long time ago. The Sharon Herald wrote, observers and officials had suspected Cominsky and Runyon as long ago as last year. The YouTube video was titled, Lake Erie Walleye Trail cheater Chase Cominsky and Jake Runyon finally got caught in 2021, as we brought to you previously. The Toledo Blade would report the pair were DQ'd from the Fall Brawl fishing event after they won because one of them failed a polygraph test. We have discussed in the comments on whether that is a worthy way of determining if someone cheated or not. Captain Ross Robertson would say to the New York Times, you have to consider that in some of these tournaments, ounces can mean tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, adding, placing weights into fish was a primitive and sloppy way to cheat. It would be like saying a 5-foot-tall person weighs 500 pounds, but you look at him and he looks like an athlete, Mr. Robertson said. These fish were so bulging.